MDMA transforms PTSD treatment, achieving 72.6% remission and 88% response success rate.
And what we showed is that two-thirds of the people that had severe PTSD no longer had PTSD after the treatment, which was 42 hours of therapy, 3 MDMA sessions, 1 month apart, 12 90-minute non-drug psychotherapy sessions. Two-thirds no longer had PTSD that got therapy plus MDMA. And those people that got therapy without MDMA, with the inactive placebo, roughly one-third no longer had PTSD. And then another roughly 20% had what's called clinically significant reductions of PTSD symptoms. Means that their life has changed, their symptoms are not as burdensome, but they still have PTSD. So they're called responders. So we had 88% responders, only 12% non-responders.
Wow.
It's the
That's
best
pretty
treatment. In the second phase 3 study, we purposely moved it to moderate to severe PTSD because we didn't want the FDA to say it's only for severe PTSD. 3/4 of the people did have severe PTSD, and 1/4 had moderate PTSD, and it was 72.6% no longer had PTSD. Almost 3/4 no longer had PTSD at this 2-month follow-up. And what was even more remarkable, and this relates, I think, to the concerns that was expressed about bias and functional unblinding, is that 46% of the people that had therapy with no MDMA also went below the threshold of having a PTSD diagnosis. That's better than any of the other therapies for PTSD. And so what that demonstrated is that the therapist, even though most of them could tell the difference between whether somebody had MDMA or not, that they tried just as hard as they could to help people, whether they got the MDMA or not. And we got extraordinary results in the control group. And I think one of the things that is the explanation is that when you have an 8-hour therapy session with music, with headphones, with more or less half the time people are inside having these different feelings, and the other half they're talking to the therapist in no particular order, you're not forced to focus on the therapy the way with prolonged exposure or cognitive processing therapy. That's what I said was re-traumatizing. In the studies that the VA did, roughly half the people dropped out. We had very low dropout rates because people are encouraged to we support whatever's emerging. That's the essence of the therapeutic approach that has been developed to support people when they're going through MDMA therapy.